Have you ever felt a heavy ache in your legs when taking a simple walk? Maybe your feet feel colder than the rest of your body, or you notice swelling that refuses to go away. These are not just signs of aging. They can be early warnings that your circulation is failing. Poor blood flow in the legs and feet is more than uncomfortable. It can raise the risk of peripheral artery disease, blood clots, and even heart complications. And here is something many people don't realize. What you eat every day can make things worse or completely change your health story. Today, we will talk about a surprising way to clear your arteries and boost circulation naturally. There is one vegetable scientists call nature's blood vessel relaxer. It might already be sitting quietly in your grocery store. By the end of this, you will see this humble food in a new light. But before we begin, let me ask you something. If you have ever struggled with cold feet, cramps, or heavy calves, type 1 in the comments. If you are lucky enough not to feel these symptoms, type 0. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more health tips. Now let's open the door to the first powerful food for circulation. That food is beet-rooted deep red root, with an extraordinary secret. Beets are packed with natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body turns those nitrates into nitric oxide. This molecule whispers to your blood vessels, relax and widen. The result is smoother flow, less pressure on arteries, and more oxygen for your muscles and brain. Think of your arteries as pipes that have narrowed over time. Beets help open them back up, so blood flows freely again. One study from the American Heart Association showed that a single glass of beet juice lowered blood pressure within hours. For older adults, this means less strain on the heart and more comfort in the legs. Another trial at Wake Forest University found seniors who drank beet juice before exercise had brain scans that looked more like younger adults. It was as if their circulation had been renewed. In daily life, the benefits are simple. Imagine walking without that dragging sensation in your calves, or realizing your feet no longer feel icy at night. That is the kind of relief beets can bring. They are also versatile and easy to prepare. Roast them until tender for a warm dish. Blend them into a smoothie with fruit to soften the taste, or grate them raw into a salad. However you enjoy them, consistency is what matters most. So next time you shop, don't pass by the ruby red roots. Adding them a few times a week may be one of the simplest steps toward stronger circulation. And as we continue, another leafy green is waiting to show its power. Spinach. The calm green protector keeps your arteries strong and elastic. Spinach is rich in natural nitrates that also turn into nitric oxide. This relaxes and widens blood vessels. The process improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and eases strain on the heart. But spinach offers more. It is full of vitamin K, which strengthens artery walls and prevents calcification. It is also rich in vitamin A, protecting tissues and cells from damage. Research supports this. A clinical trial in the Journal of Nutrition showed a single serving of spinach lowered blood pressure within hours. A long-term study from Denmark found people who ate spinach and other leafy greens regularly had a much lower risk of heart disease. Scientists explained this came from the way spinach supports vascular function, helping blood move more easily. Adding spinach to your diet can be simple. Instead of plain lettuce, layer spinach leaves into your sandwiches for extra crunch and nutrition. You can toss a handful of spinach into a warm bowl of chicken soup. You can stir it into pasta just as it finishes cooking. One of the most comforting ways is to eat lightly with olive oil and garlic. Soft, flavorful, and full of heart-protecting nutrients. The taste is mild, which makes it easy to digest. It blends into almost any dish without overwhelming the flavors you already enjoy. Imagine how life could change after months of nourishing your body with foods like this. You might walk farther with less fatigue. You might notice your feet no longer feel icy at night. You might enjoy steadier energy that carries you through the day. Spinach may look like just another leafy green, but its steady, powerful effect on circulation makes it a true ally for your health. Now let's turn to another green. This one is tougher in texture, but loaded with antioxidants. It helps your blood flow freely and your arteries stay clear. That vegetable is kale. It has been called a superfood for years, and for good reason. You've probably seen it at the grocery store next to spinach, with curly, dark green leaves. Many think it's just another leafy green, but kale has special powers for circulation. What sets kale apart is its sky-high antioxidant content. Antioxidants are tiny defenders in your body. They fight oxidative stress, one of the silent causes of clogged arteries. A study in the journal Nutrition Research found that people who ate more antioxidant-rich vegetables like kale had better artery elasticity. That means their blood vessels stayed flexible and less likely to harden. Kale is also loaded with vitamin K. This vitamin helps your blood clot properly. It also works with vitamin C to keep vessels strong and blood flowing smoothly. Think of it like reinforcing the walls of a tunnel so traffic can move without cracks or blockages. Just 1 cup of raw kale gives you more than 500% of your daily vitamin K, it also gives you about 70% of your vitamin C. That's enough to give your circulation a real boost. You don't need to eat piles of kale to see results. You can toss a handful into a smoothie. You can it with olive oil and garlic, or bake it into crispy kale chips. Kale may look humble, but it acts like a green shield, protecting arteries from damage and inflammation. And if kale's flavor feels too strong, don't worry. Our next vegetable has a gentler taste, but still delivers powerful benefits. It's one most of us grew up with on the dinner table, sometimes overcooked and mushy, but when you learn what it does inside your body, you'll see it differently. That vegetable is broccoli. Broccoli is rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C not only supports your immune system, it also helps keep your blood vessels flexible and strong. Think of your arteries like garden hoses. Vitamin C keeps the walls from stiffening or cracking. Just 1 cup of steamed broccoli gives you more than 100% of your daily vitamin C. But broccoli's magic goes further. It contains sulforaphane, a compound studied at Johns Hopkins University. Scientists found it switches on the body's natural defense against inflammation and oxidative stress. This means less irritation inside your arteries, and less risk of plaque building up and blocking blood flow. Less heaviness in the legs, and a much better quality of life. Broccoli also gives you fiber. Fiber acts like a broom inside your digestive system. It clears out excess cholesterol before it sticks to artery walls. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that people who ate cruciferous vegetables like broccoli had lower levels of bad LDL cholesterol. That's direct proof of how your plate affects your blood. The best part about broccoli is how versatile it is. You can steam it lightly, toss it into soups, roast it with olive oil, or chop it raw into a salad for crunch. One older gentleman I know began adding broccoli to his lunch 3 times a week. He noticed his legs didn't feel as heavy during evening walks. It wasn't an overnight change, but over a few months, he felt a real difference. So while broccoli may not seem as trendy as kale, it quietly works in the background to keep arteries clean and circulation flowing. Now let's move to another green that hides a powerful surprise. This time it has a peppery little leaf that adds both flavor and strength to your blood vessels. If you've ever ordered a fancy salad and noticed a sharp, peppery green, you've likely already met arugula. Some people call it rocket. It may look delicate, but it carries surprising power for circulation. Arugula is one of the vegetable's richest in natural nitrates. Once inside your body, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide. This compound relaxes and widens your blood vessels. Researchers at the University of Exeter found that nitrate-rich vegetables like arugula improve blood flow. They even boost exercise performance by helping muscles use oxygen more efficiently. For older adults, that doesn't mean running a marathon. It could simply mean walking longer distances without heavy, tired legs. But arugula's benefits don't end there. It's also a great source of magnesium and potassium. Magnesium keeps vessel walls relaxed. Potassium balances sodium, preventing blood pressure from climbing. Just 2 cups of fresh arugula deliver a healthy dose of both minerals, all with very few calories. It's like giving your arteries a double layer of protection. Adding arugula to your meals is effortless. Sprinkle it over a sandwich instead of lettuce. Toss it into pasta, or mix it with olive oil and lemon for a quick salad. I once heard from a woman in her late 60s who made a simple change. She swapped iceberg lettuce for arugula a few times a week. Within 2 months, her legs didn't swell as much in the evenings. She also felt more energy during daily walks. Small changes like this often add up in powerful ways. So while arugula might look like a garnish, it's truly a secret ally for your arteries. And now we turn to another green vegetable, one known for elegance. Slender stalks that show up in spring. That vegetable is asparagus. Asparagus doesn't just look fancy on the plate. It has a powerful ability to protect your arteries. One of its biggest strengths is fighting inflammation inside vessel walls. When blood vessels stay irritated, they become rough inside. That's where cholesterol and plaque stick. Asparagus works like a gentle healer. It calms inflammation. It gives arteries a smoother surface for blood to flow. What makes asparagus unique is its B vitamin content, especially folate. Folate lowers homocysteine, a compound linked to blood clots and artery damage. Researchers at Tufts University found people with higher folate intake had lower homocysteine levels. That meant a lower risk of circulation problems. This isn't just theory, it's measurable change in the blood. Asparagus also brings fiber and antioxidants. Together they reduce cholesterol buildup and keep vessels elastic. Think of it like oiling the hinges of a door. It makes blood flow smoothly, with less resistance. That means legs and brain receive oxygen and nutrients more easily. Asparagus is simple to enjoy. Roast it with olive oil and parmesan. Steam it lightly with lemon juice, or add it to an omelet for breakfast. So while asparagus may seem seasonal, it offers year-round benefits for circulation and artery health. And if asparagus feels refined, our final vegetable is small but mighty. It's a member of the cabbage family with surprising strength. They may look like tiny cabbages, but Brussels sprouts deliver powerful protection. One of their biggest gifts is vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a dual role in circulation. On one hand, vitamin K helps your blood clot properly when you get a cut. On the other hand, it prevents calcium from being deposited inside your artery walls. Too much calcium in the wrong place makes vessels stiff, almost like pipes filling with cement. By stopping that process, vitamin K keeps arteries flexible and open. Just half a cup of cooked Brussels sprouts gives you more than your daily requirement of vitamin K. That's incredible for such a small vegetable. Another hero compound in Brussels sprouts is camphorol. It's a strong antioxidant studied for its anti-inflammatory effects. Researchers believe it provides powerful protection for blood vessels. A study in the journal Carcinogenesis showed camphorol reduced oxidative stress in blood vessels. It lowered the silent inflammation that often leads to plaque buildup. It's like placing a shield against the slow, invisible damage that worsens circulation with age. Add to that their rich supply of vitamin C and other antioxidants. Now you have a vegetable that fights on multiple fronts to keep blood flowing. Brussels sprouts are also packed with fiber. Fiber helps lower cholesterol, the same way broccoli does. It prevents excess cholesterol from sticking around in your system. A diet high in fiber has been linked again and again to healthier arteries. Adding Brussels sprouts is an easy way to boost your intake without supplements. The best part is, these little cabbages can be delicious when cooked right. Roasting them in the oven with olive oil brings out a nutty sweetness. It often surprises people who grew up hating them. One woman in her 60s told me she avoided Brussels sprouts her whole life, but when her daughter roasted them with balsamic glaze, she became a fan. Within a few months of eating them weekly, her cholesterol numbers improved. She also felt lighter on her feet during daily walks. So even though Brussels sprouts are tiny, they carry big power for circulation. And now that we've gone through all 7 of these incredible vegetables, it's time to bring everything together. At the end of the day, taking care of circulation doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to feel overwhelming. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing the right vegetables, letting them quietly do their work inside your body. Each bite of beetroot, kale, broccoli, or Brussels sprouts sends a wave of support to your arteries. They help your legs feel lighter. They bring your energy back. Remember, this small changes, done consistently, lead to big improvements over time. Think of it as giving yourself the gift of easier walks, stronger heartbeats, and more moments with the people you love. If this video gave you hope or an idea to try, type A1 in the comments. If you're not ready, type 0. Either way, don't forget to subscribe to Health 300. That way you'll never miss helpful tips made just for you. Here's to healthier days ahead. One step, one bite at a time.